Welcome to Pips Lab. In this video, we are going to talk about pips and how to calculate them. In this section, we are going to look at pips and how to calculate them. It's going to be quite technical, so I would like you to concentrate very well. Everything we do in Forex boils down to pips. So if you fail to grab this concept, then it's going to be disastrous for you in your journey of Forex trading. All that we've been doing in the past few days is just an introduction. We are starting the main foundation today. We would also be doing some little calculations, and you will be given some brief assignments or trials for you to try your hands on after every lesson. Let's now begin. The full rendition for pip is point in percentage. A pip is the smallest unit in which a currency pair can change. It can also be referred to as a standardized unit and the smallest amount by which a currency pair in the Forex market can change. It's just like the sell of Forex. However, as we go further, you will learn that there are smaller versions called micro pips. But let's not get anything complicated for now. Let's now get to how to calculate it. And I will need a maximum concentration from you all. For most currency pairs in Forex, we start calculating the pips from the fourth decimal place. However, there are a few exceptions. We would start with the general ones before we go to the exceptions. As I said, it is calculated from the fourth decimal place, so ignore the superscript. So from the USD in the image above, you start calculating the PIP from the fourth decimal digit there, which is 2 from the right. So if USD, which is currently at a price of 1.2092, makes a move of 1 pip, its new value would become 1.1293. Currency movement in Forex is generally measured and calculated in pips. So how did I get 1.1293? I added 1 to the fourth decimal place number there, and it increased from 2 to 3. Let's look at another example. Let's take a look at GBP/USD, pounds versus US dollars, which is currently at a market price of 1.3031 in the image uploaded above. Now, if GBP/USD makes a move of 2 pips from that current value, its new value would be at 1.3033. Now, how did we get this 1.3033? We added 2 to the fourth decimal place number, which is 1, and it increased to 3. Let's do one more example before we go to the main calculation. Let's take a look at EUR/GBP, which is at a current market value of 0.86663 in the image above. If EUR/GBP makes a move of 5 pips from that value of 0.8663, the new market value would be at 0.8668. How did we get that? Once again, we added 5 to the fourth decimal place number, which was 3, and we got 8. Hence, our new value is 0.8668. This is just a shortcut. Let's get to the real calculations. A pip for a 4 decimal placed unit is actually 0.001. So we would use these second but long methods to do the 3 calculations we did above. And you will get to know why we use this soon. From the example we gave, where USD moved 1 pip, the actual calculation is 0.1 by 1, 0.01. Therefore, you add 0.01 with your calculator to that original value of 1.1292. So we have 1.292 plus 0.01 are 1.1293. This method looks longer, though it's the real way of doing it. We still got the same answer. Let's see that second example above where GBP/USD moved by 2 pips. Now from that value of 1.3031, GBP/USD made a move of 2 pips. Remember, these are just tentative assumptions, just to make the lectures clearer. So let's fire on. What would my answer be if GBP/USD makes a move of 2 pips? I would simply add 2 to the fourth decimal place of 1.3031, and I would have my answer as 1.3033. Let's see the long method. For the alternate method, I was told that the market made a move of 2 pips. Remember I told you guys that 1 pip for a 4 decimal place currency pair is 0.001. So the move made by GBP/USD is 2 pips. I would have 0.01 by 2 at 0.02. I would now add this 0.02 to the original value of 1.3031. We would now have 1.3031 plus 0.02 or 1.3033. Same answer with the above, which also seems to be the same approach. I'm doing all this because some of the currency pairs are not as simple as you see it. Let's go a little bit higher. As I said earlier on, I would give you some trials or assignments for you to practice after today's lesson, so please take note. Now, assuming we were told that GBP/USD made a move of 10 pips from 1.331, we would, as usual, add figure 10 from the fourth place decimal number, and we would have our new value as 1.331, 1.3041. Let's now see the alternate method again. Using the long method, the move made was 10 pips. Remember that 1 pip, 0.01. So 10 pips would be 0.01 by 10, 0.01. Notice the zeros reduced. So to get the new value of GBP/USD, we have 0.001 plus 1.3031 charged 1.3041. Same answer. I know someone would ask, since the shortcut is easy, why teach this long method? But as I said earlier, as we go higher, it gets more complicated, especially with the numbers that are not round numbers. We will see that soon. Now, for most currency pairs in Forex, the pip calculation starts from the fourth decimal place. Some currency pairs are not up to 4 decimal places. Some of them have specific ways of calculating them. An example of those pairs is the JPY pairs. Example, USD JPY, Area Pi, GBP JPY, AU JPY, ENS GP, etc. Another popular example is gold, XAU. Let's start with JPY pairs. For JPY pairs, example USD JPY, the pips calculation starts from the second decimal place digit. If you notice that it's not up to 4 decimal places like others that we did before, let's see some examples. From that image of USD JPY, it's currently at 109.67 as pointed out by the arrow from that value. If it makes a move of 2 pips, the new value would be at 109.69. How did we get this? We started adding 2 to the second decimal place number, which is 7, and it increased to 9. That's how we got 109.69. Let's go to the alternate or long method. For the long method, you should take note that for JPY pairs, 1 PIP is 0.01, no longer 0.01011, like we saw for the other general pairs. So let's use the long method to solve the example above. Remember that for JPY pairs, 1 pip equals 0.01. Hence, from the above example, since it made a move of 2 pips, we have 0.01 by 2 or 0.02. Adding 0.02 to the original figure, it would now become 109.67 plus 0.02, 109.69, same answer as above. Let's go a little bit higher. Assuming USD JPY made a move of 10 pips from that value of 109.67, the new value, by simply adding 10 from the second decimal place number, would be 19.77. Using the long method, for JPY pairs 1 pip gets 0.01. Hence 0.01 by 10 or 0.1. Adding 0.1 to the original value, we now have 19.67 plus 0.1 or 19.77. Same answer. Let's now get to the last exception, which is gold. Let's also see how to calculate pips on gold, which is XAUUSD. Gold is represented as XAUUSD. Because the chemical formula for gold in the periodic table, as we all know from SHS, is AU. If you've forgotten, please go back and revise. So some brokers write it as XAUSD instead of gold. Thank you for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and like this video.